Hey everybody, let's excuse me. Let's get into it. It's gonna be quite a good day to talk about sports, but let's get right into the big one. Um the MLB World Series. Um let's be honest. Freaking a lot of times people don't understand that there's a lot of statistics that go into um baseball. They go into this for the World Series. World Series is very superstitious. I I when I told everybody put your money on the Blue Jays, I didn't expect they were gonna win because, as I stated before, it was the Dodgers to lose. It was their world. They have the $1 billion payroll. They got Mookie, Mr. Clutch. They got Shohei. They got this. They got Teoscar Hernandez. They got all these winners and all these. Blue Jays have kind of just a good core group, and their rookie got the Dodgers in Game 5. They're going back to Toronto with a chance to clinch it. Some statistics though, the World Series doesn't favor the Dodgers. They're possibly on the verge of losing their 15th. They've only won 8 after this is their 24th going there. When they do win, they're 28-14, right? Like in wins and losses. But then when they lose, they're 25-57, and they lose a lot more than they win, and they lose and they're more likely to. And it gets worse as they go deeper. See, they're 3-3 in Game 6s, but they're 2-5 in Game 7s because they played 7 Game 7s already, or 7 game series, and they lose in those Game 7s. They only won twice, and if I'm correct, both times were against the Yankees. So yeah, and they got swept in '66 by the the Orioles. They lost to the Boston Red Sox in their first World Series when they're the Brooklyn Robins. They lost to the Yankees, and they're possibly going to lose to the Blue Jays. So the only team they didn't lose to is the Rays, who they did beat, which is the only team in an off year. And it took them to Game 7. If I'm correct, that was a 2020. That was a that was a Game 6. So it took them to Game 6 anyway, and that was a 60-game season. So yeah, they only and that's what I mean. So we're Blue Jays. They're on the verge of being 3-0 in the World Series. They're even doing it injured. George Springer's out. Vladdy, Kirk are wincing, and they still put up like severe amount of runs, like 6. So it's even timely. It's not even like they, have to dig deep for them. They just get timely, and it just happened naturally. And so you got to give it to them. You got to give it to the Blue Jays, and they're doing it, and they're doing it, and they're doing it at a great chance. Can't wait. Hopefully we'll see what happens in Game 6. But right now, it's looking good. Let's just get to NFL tonight. Ravens, Dolphins. Ravens get Lamar back. Dolphins could use a good win against a good team. Well, that's both of them are technically good teams because they have good rosters. They're just having an off year. But this is a match just to get that back on hold. Let's just go down the list for week 9. 49ers are in MetLife to check out the Giants. Chargers in Nissan Stadium to see the Tennessee Titans. Vikings in that rivalry with their Lions nemesis in Ford Field this weekend. Falcons and Patriots for the Super Bowl rematch. Colts and Steelers, that old 2000s rivalry of the old Manning Roethlisberger rivalry. Broncos Texans, That's actually a very I truly believe they're mad at us for Brock Osweiler. But if you were to ask me now, because of the Deshaun Watson, I don't think they even think about Osweiler and paying him that $71 million after our Super Bowl. But I always think about that. Bears, Bengals at Cincinnati, Broncos at Texans in Houston, Panthers, Packers in Lambeau, Saints, Rams in SoFi, Jaguars out in Vegas to see the Raiders, and that old rivalry with the Chiefs and Bills, the one that we keep on seeing. That's going to be one of the afternoon games. And the Sunday nighter, Seahawks Commanders. We're going to get to see what a good Seahawks team does against a Commanders team that's hopefully going to get Jaden Daniels back. That's apparently a game time decision from what I was seeing. But who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll see who they get. Monday nighter, Cardinals and Cowboys in Jerry World. Ooh, Cowboys can use a victory now. Anyway, we'll see what happens. That looks good. That looks fun. Next week, there's the international games. College ball. Sorry about that. Oh, I have an itchy nose. Marshall tonight. Marshall versus Coastal Carolina University. Tulane versus University of Tulsa, San Antonio? Yeah, UTSA, the Roadrunners there. I thought that was San Antonio. I could be wrong. I am very uneducated when it comes to American college at times, so I do apologize if I get your college wrong. Please do not get mad at me. I do my best. I'm Canadian. Memphis at Rice. Tar Heels, University of Carolina at Syracuse. That's probably going to be a big win for the Tar Heels if they can get over the Syracuse Orange. I'm not going to tell you to do that on Halloween. That might be a little far stretch. Sam Houston versus Louisiana Tech. It looks like. Saturday's matchup: Penn State, Ohio State, Vanderbilt at Texas. We got Miami at Hurricanes at SMU. West Virginia at Houston, University of Houston. Rutgers at Illinois. Duke at Clemson. University of Central Florida at Baylor. Army at the Air Force. Navy at North Texas. Arizona State at Iowa State. Louisville at Virginia Tech. Notre Dame at Boston College. Bulldogs at Gators, or in other terms, the University of Georgia at the University or just Florida University, I guess they call it, because the University of Florida is the Hurricanes. Indiana at Maryland, looks like. Texas Tech at Kansas State. Michigan State University at Minnesota. Pittsburgh at Stanford. Fresno State at Boise State. Michigan State at Arkansas. Oklahoma State at Kansas. South Carolina and Ole Miss. Purdue at Michigan, which apparently I think I see in Michigan is a 21-point favorite. Arizona at the Colorado Buffaloes. Wyoming at San Diego State University. Oklahoma at Tennessee. USC at Nebraska. Kentucky at Auburn. Washington State at Oregon State. And we got Cincinnati at Utah. Which it looks like Hawaii at San Jose State University is the last game. It's a pretty good slate. CFL playoffs. Riders got the bye. Blue Bombers at the Alouettes as a crossover team for the East Final. Stampeders at BC for the Lions for the West Final. We will see how that turns out. That is Bowl Sunday, if I'm correct. I will make sure Saturday. That is Bowl Saturday. We'll make sure we tune in. let's check on, for the heck of it, let's check at the National Hockey League. Montreal looks like they're having fun. Devils and Penguins having fun in their division. At the Mammoth having an outstanding year, and then Colorado right behind them. Golden Knights and Kraken with the Kings right behind. Oh, look at that. The Oilers with the Ducks right behind. Yeah, so I don't know. It's looking fun. NHL's looking fun with 11 games in. NBA, the first NBA tournament game. Raptors will be facing. Give me a sec. I want to know who the Raptors are facing for their in-season turn. I think it's the Cavaliers. That's the in-season tournament. Not sure if that is, but I heard that. I think that's the next match. But they've got the Cavaliers next. Raptors not doing so good. Saturday night's main event coming this Saturday. CM Punk. It looks like he'll be taking on Jey Uso for the vacant heavyweight world championship. Cody Rhodes taking on Drew McIntyre for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Stephanie Stratton taking on Jade Cargill for the Women's Undisputed Championship. Dominic Mysterio versus Penta and Rusev for the Intercontinental Championship. And we're about to probably see one more match. I could just see 5 being put into there. But it is only 2 hours, so we'll see. Saturday night main event coming this Saturday. Let's talk a little Champions League. Let's get that over with. It looks like match day 4. Napoli at Frankfurt, Slava Prague at Arsenal, Atletico Madrid at the Royal St. Union Gillis, Liverpool at Real Madrid in the heavyweight matchup, Tottenham hosting Copenhagen, Olympiacos hosting PSV Eindhoven, Juventus and Sporting CP in the Cristiano Ronaldo Bowl, Paris Saint-Germain hosting Bayern Munich, and the 2020 Champions League final rematch. The Norwegian Bodo Glimt versus Monaco. Paphos hosting Villarreal. Quarbeg hosting Chelsea. Man City hosting Dortmund in the 2023 final. UCL final? I can't remember. It was a while ago, a couple of years. Newcastle hosting Atletico Club or Atletico Bilbao. Ajax hosting the Turkish League Galatasaray. Club Brugge hosting Barcelona. Benfica hosting Leverkusen. Inter Milan hosting the Kazakhstani Karat. Marseille hosting the Goddesses Atalanta. That is going to be fun. And that is all coming. Is that the 4th? 4th? Yeah, the 4th. And it looks like I think will be the 4th and 5th or something. That's the 4th and 5th, and then the 6th. Europa, Basel hosting the Romanian FCSB. Belstar Belgrade hosting Real. Nice hosting Freiburg. Utrecht hosting Porto. Salzburg hosting Deventor. Midland hosting Celtic. Dynamo Zagreb hosting Celta Vigo. Malmo, the Swedish team, hosting Panathinaikos. Sturm Graz hosting Nottingham Forest. Thessalonica hosting Young Boys. That's a Swiss team, if I'm correct. Don't let the name fool you. It does sound kind of awkward, but it's just a name. Aston Villa versus the Israeli Tel Aviv. Stuttgart hosting Feyenoord. Rotterdam. Victoria Pleasant hosting Fenerbahce. Ferencvaros hosting Ludogorets. Rangers hosting Roma. Betis hosting Lyon. Real Betis hosting Lyon. Braga hosting Genk. And Bologna versus the Norwegian Brann. So we'll see how that turns out. Now, Conference League. So Europa And champions are on their fourth, and this is on their third, I think. Yeah, so Samspor hosting Hammer-On Spartans. German Mainz hosting Florentia in the heavyweight matchup. Noah versus Sigma. Armenian versus Slovenian, if I'm correct. The Finnish team, Koops versus Slovan Bratislava. Sparta Prague versus Radico Chestau. Lanarka versus Aberdeen. The undefeated Lanarka versus Aberdeen. Undefeated Soleil versus Lego Warsaw. Shakhtar Donetsk hosting Redblik. The Icelandic. Athens for hosting Shamrock Rovers. Valkano for hosting Lech Poznan. Schenkja versus Legia Balstock, or Jaglonia Balstock. Crystal Palace hosting AZ Alkmaar. Schelborn hosting Dorita. Haken hosting Strasbourg. Lincoln Red Imps, the Gibraltar team hosting Reka. Rapid Vienna hosting Craiova. Kiev hosting Zrinski Mostar. And the undefeated Luan Sport hosting Ammonia. So we'll see how that turns out. That's all the 6. Just to take a look at the table for La Liga. Real Madrid leading the way with Barcelona and Villarreal behind them. Espanyol number 5. So in a good year, Espanyol. In Ligue 1, looks like Paris Saint-Germain is in Monaco, Marseille, Strasbourg, Lyon, Lens. So everybody counted for. Serie A. Let's look at this. Napoli, Roma, Inter, and AC. Bundes, I'm not even going to guess. Bayern Munich. Yeah, Bayern, Leipzig, Stuttgart, Dortmund, all leading the charge. And for the Premier League, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Tottenham, and Sunderland, all leading the charge. Wolves, West Ham, and Nottingham Forest, right now not looking so good. The other 3 teams, of course, Fulham, Burnley, and Leeds, which I truly believe will be the teams that actually be relegated. Way too early to tell, but right now it's not looking good for some teams. And we'll just take a gander at the Liga Portugal, Liga NOS, Porto, Sporting CP, and Benfica. So it's regular suspects in that one. MLS playoffs, let's get to that. Let's finish that off. Right now, let's just get behind. First round, Miami beat Nashville in the first match. Looks like Philadelphia won on penalties against Chicago. Vancouver beat Dallas. San Diego beat Portland. Cincinnati beat Columbus. Minnesota beat Seattle on penalties. New York FC beat Charlotte. LAFC beat Austin. And now we're back to New York FC on Saturday. Second round, it looks like. Everybody's going to get another kick at the can. See what happens. Let's go, Vancouver. So that's it. Again, I'm going to point out a lot for the World Series. It is, like, Dodgers, they have a bad habit of losing to teams. Let's be honest, they also have a bad habit of losing to teams that also have the same colors as them. That's kind of a... Anyway, if I was to pick an MVP, I would pick Savage as my underdog MVP, but Vladdy's probably going to get it. I'm not even going to try. Vladdy's probably going to get it because he deserves it. So, love you. See you guys next week. See you guys after the World Series. I'll get back to you next week to let you guys know the results and let you know the international games. Love you guys. Tell somebody something nice that'll change their life.